The greatest sadness in Luke Bryan's life was undoubtedly the death of his brother, Chris Bryan, in 1996. This loss was a huge shock not only to Luke, but also to his entire family. Chris Bryan, who had always been a loving brother and a strong support, died in a car accident, leaving Luke Bryan with deep pain and loss. Chris's death was not only the loss of a loved one, but also the loss of a companion who had always been by his side during the early stages of his music career. Luke Bryan had to live with that pain for many years, and even though time had passed, the sadness of Chris's death still haunted him, especially when the memories of his brother were still present in his heart. The songs, the messages that Chris left behind, all became deep wounds that were not easy to heal. Chris's death also forced Luke to confront his thoughts about life, death, and the fragility of everything. This grief had a profound impact on his songwriting, with many songs filled with loss and longing for his deceased brother. In addition, the loss of his sister, Kelly Bryan, was equally shocking. Kelly passed away in 2007, just a year after he had begun to gain fame with his music career. Facing the loss of two loved ones in such a short period of time left Luke Bryan feeling devastated. The happy moments in his family were suddenly shattered, and he had to face grief and emotions that few could understand. During these difficult times, music became a means to help him overcome the pain, even though, at times, he felt hopeless and tired. The greatest sadness in Luke Bryan's life is not only the loss of his family, but also the struggle to find a way to continue living, to continue creating music when his soul is always in pain because of the great loss. Luke Bryan has gone through a long journey to be able to achieve the music career he has today. Although he has become famous at a relatively young age, his path to success was not easy. Initially, Luke Bryan faced difficulties in finding a place in the country music industry. He did not have much support from major music producers, and his career started like any other artist, full of hardships and challenges. One of the major failures in Luke Bryan's career was not being able to find a music producer to sign him. Despite his talent and passion, he still had to go through months of struggling to convince music producers. His early years of career were not filled with major successes, but with small performances and unnoticed songs. This left him feeling frustrated and wondering if he could make it in the music industry. However, he did not give up and continued to write, perform, and seek opportunities. His persistence led him to success in the late 2000s when he signed with Capitol Nashville and released his debut albums. These albums brought him major recognition, with songs like All My Friends Say and Do I quickly becoming big hits in the country music scene. Despite his considerable success, Luke Bryan's journey was not without challenges. He faced fierce competition in the music industry, where every artist tried to prove their worth. Failure sometimes comes not from a lack of talent, but from the difficulty of maintaining consistency and freshness in music. Fame brings Luke Bryan opportunities and success, but also puts great pressure on his shoulders. He has to constantly renew himself, create new songs so as not to be forgotten in the entertainment industry. There were times when the difficulties in his career made Luke Bryan cry. Late at night, when no one was looking, he faced his fears and worries about the future. He feared that his career would just be a flash in the pan. However, the love of fans and the great successes that followed, especially awards like the Grammy, helped him to firmly step on the path of music. Luke Bryan's success does not only come from selling records or receiving awards, but also from his close and sincere approach to his fans. He has left a deep impression on the audience with his narrative songs, combined with life stories that everyone can feel. Luke Bryan's relentless efforts throughout his career have helped him overcome all difficulties and become one of the greatest artists in modern country music. Luke Bryan has worked tirelessly to achieve greatness in his music career. He faced many challenges from the beginning of his career, but through his talent, passion, and perseverance, he has become one of the brightest stars in modern country music. Luke Bryan's success is not only measured by the number of albums sold or the awards he has won, but also by his influence on country music and young artists in the industry. Luke Bryan's debut album, I'll Stay Me, 2007, although not an immediate success, helped him build a solid foundation and begin to attract public attention. The album reflects Luke Bryan's difficult beginnings, but it also showcases his unique songwriting and vocal ability. Although it did not create a big hit, the album helped Luke Bryan build his first image in the industry and opened up opportunities for him to develop his career later. However, it was not until his second album, Doin' My Thing, 2009, that Luke Bryan's career really exploded. The song Country Girl, Shake It For Me became a big hit and brought his name to a wide audience, not only domestically but also in many other countries. This was an important turning point in Luke Bryan's music career when he successfully combined traditional music with modern elements, accessible to young listeners. Luke Bryan's next achievements cannot be mentioned without the album Tailgates and Tan Lines, 2011, one of the best-selling albums of his career. The song Drunk on You from this album became one of the memorable hits, helping Luke Bryan win many awards and leave a mark in the hearts of the audience. This album also helped him win prestigious awards at major music award ceremonies, including the Billboard Music Award, Academy of Country Music Awards, and American Country Awards. The success of the album Tailgates and Tan Lines not only helped Luke Bryan become a country music star, but also expanded his career globally. Not only stopping at music, Luke Bryan is also a versatile artist when he participated in reality TV shows. One of the notable events in his career was joining the judging panel of American Idol in 2018. Although he is not the leader of TV shows, Luke Bryan quickly won the hearts of fans thanks to his friendly personality, humor, and sincere comments for the contestants. His career is not only built by music, but also by the enthusiastic support of the public for his image as a judge. Luke Bryan has also succeeded in maintaining a close relationship with his fans. He always creates online exchange programs, live performances where he can share about his life and bring the most genuine emotions to the audience. His performances are always full of interaction with the audience, making people feel the love and respect that Luke Bryan has for them. These achievements have helped him become one of the most beloved artists in modern country music, while affirming his influence and name in the entertainment industry. Luke Bryan's greatest achievement is not only the awards or gold records, but the way he has built the image of an artist who is close and constantly strives for his passion for music. Each of his songs and albums contains personal experiences, the voice of an artist who always devotes himself to bringing the most genuine emotions to listeners. These achievements are not only milestones in his career, but also a testament to Luke Bryan's perseverance and relentless efforts on the musical path. Luke Bryan's love and marriage with Caroline Boyer is an integral part of his life story. The two first met when Luke Bryan was a college student at Georgia Southern, and they got married in 2006, after a long relationship. Their marriage was not just a romantic relationship, but also a union of two people who built a family together, overcoming difficulties and challenges in life. However, behind that happy married life were the sorrows that Luke Bryan had to face. One of the greatest sorrows in Luke Bryan's family life was the death of his two closest loved ones, his brother Chris and sister Kelly. Chris died in 1996 in a car accident, and Kelly passed away in 2007 after a long battle with illness. These losses were not only deeply painful for Luke Bryan, but also affected Caroline, who had to watch her husband suffer and struggle with grief. The loss of his family was not only a huge shock to Luke, but also forced him to face difficult emotions that he could not easily share. Caroline Boyer, Luke Bryan's wife, who was always there for him during those difficult times, shared that she was always a strong source of encouragement to help him overcome the challenges. Although the early years of their marriage were a time of joy and happiness, the pain of losing loved ones made their family life not always complete. Caroline was the one who helped Luke find peace in moments of stress and anxiety. She did everything she could to help him overcome his sadness and continue living his passion for music. Despite facing painful losses, Luke Bryan and Caroline Boyer did not let the challenges weaken their relationship. They built a strong and happy family, raising two sons, Thomas Boyer Bryan and Tatum Christopher Bryan. These children were a great hope for both Luke and Caroline, bringing them joy and motivation to continue to strive. The pain of loss was replaced by the love and responsibility of a family, where challenges only made their relationship stronger. Luke Bryan and Caroline Boyer have two adorable sons, Thomas Boyer Bryan and Tatum Christopher Bryan. These children are not only the greatest pride in their lives, but also an important source of encouragement for Luke to overcome difficulties. I